What's going on, y'all? So I've known for a while that I wanted to make another one of these videos where I read books in series and stuff. And I feel like right now is the perfect time because there's a lot of books like on my immediate TBR that I'm like, those are in series. So I feel like, let's just do it. Here's my TBR, it's 3 books. I might throw in one more, but 2 of them are kind of long, so I don't know if it depends on how long these books take me to read, if I'll throw in another one or not, but for now, it's just 3. So what I'm currently reading right now is Us Before Them. This is the second book in a self-published sci-fi series. The author's name is J.B. Ryder. He has a pretty big following on TikTok. I liked his first book even though I read it fucking forever ago. But so far the second book is really good. I'm like 100 pages into it. Y'all know I'm always popping out with self-published recommendations. This is definitely one of them. I'm a sci-fi nerd, so I do really like this book, and you can tell like a fucking nerd wrote it. Love it! Okay. Probably after I finish Us Before Them, I'm gonna read the 3rd novella in the Sworn Soldier series. As far as I know, this kinda just came out, like, and I really liked the second one, so all I want to do is just read the 3rd one now. And if I like this one, I'm gonna buy them. So excited for that. After I finish that one, I'm gonna read the first book in the Black Witch Chronicles. This is one of my closest friends' favorite series in the world, and she lent me the first 3 books. My phone is set up on the other 2 right now, but she lent me the first 3 books to read, and it's like, I trust her taste, so it's like, okay. I feel like the best bonding you can do is reading your friend's favorite books, because even if you don't like them, it gives you a glimpse into their brains. I feel like I'm getting to know my friends and bonding with my friends whenever I read their favorite books. Just one thing about me is if we're friends, I want to read all your favorite books. So those are the 3 books I'm going to be reading in this video. Like I said, I might throw in another one, but we'll see because these 2 are pretty thick. I'm super excited, so let's just like get into this shit. Y'all, please excuse the fit. I have not started my day yet. Even though I've been awake since 2 o'clock in the morning, my sleep schedule is fucked. I actually wouldn't even say it's backwards. It's like in a weird in-between where I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep at like 5 p.m., wake up at like midnight. It's bad. I'm gonna give you all some updates and my plan for the day, air out a few grievances, and then I guess we'll get on to it. I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done today, if any, but I still wanted to make this update. And just low-key talk to the camera because I love talking, but who the fuck cares? I'm 200 pages into this now. I am loving it so far. It's very fast-paced. I feel like a new detail about the plot is getting uncovered every single chapter. I don't feel as if I'm getting whiplash for some reason, even though I feel like I should feel like I'm getting whiplash because of how fast-paced it is. I'm loving this series so far. I reach for self-published books because they feel self-published, you know? You read a self-published book and sometimes they become some of your favorites because it's so self-published. Like, you would never see it in a Barnes & Noble. That's not how I feel with this series, which, I mean, that's not why I reach for self-published books, but I'm not mad, you know? Like, I am okay with forgetting that it's a self-published series because I love the characters. I'm really enjoying the plot of this one so far. I think it's very cool. I love Rhea and I love Carver. He's like a cartoonishly evil villain. I love that guy. But I'm super excited to like keep reading this book. But like I said, I don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done today. Guys, look what I bought. I got a Kindle with Christmas money. This is the 3rd Sworn Soldier book that I was saying that I wanted to read. I love Alex Easton, my bookie. I don't know when I'm gonna start this book, but I have it now. So that's my reading updates. Let's get into my plan for today. Honestly, has nothing to do with reading, except for it kind of does, because for me, everything has to do with reading or writing. I need to bring literature into my life in any way, shape, and form. I have a $75 Target gift card that I need to spend, and I ran out of fucking glue sticks this morning. God damn it. I scrapbook, and I thought my glue stick collection would last me quite a while, but I fucking ran out today. I have no glue stick, so I need to go buy more. If they have the Sworn Soldier books at Target, I can't promise myself that I won't buy them. I really liked the first 2 books, but I'm nervous, like, what if I don't like the 3rd book? But the 3rd book is so highly rated, and I love Alex Easton so much that I can't see myself not liking the 3rd book, but like, what if? And I also kind of wanted to go thrifting, but okay, no one talks about this weird stage between high school and college where you're just anxious about belongings. And this could be an individual experience for me because when I go to college, my mom is leaving this apartment and she doesn't know where she's gonna end up, and anything I don't take with me to college is getting put in storage until I move into my own apartment. And just the thought of all my books sitting in a storage unit for like 2 years, oh, it makes me sick. Like, it literally makes me sick. And just like my belongings in general. And already as it is, I'm a decluttering type person. Like I don't like to own things I don't need. So I already own stuff that I want. Like there are a few things that I could probably get rid of like right now, like in front of me, but like I've gone through my books already and I got rid of books that I actually liked. I got rid of books that I liked because I didn't like them as much as the others. I'm just trying to cut down on belongings. So spending money on myself is already a hard thing for me. I'm anxious and I am already a window shopper. I often leave thrift stores and just shopping in general empty-handed because I don't like to spend money on myself. So I do hesitate to go thrifting, but it's also like I would take a cool pair of jeans I find today at the thrift store over a shitty pair of jeans that I own right now. You know, like, so I'll get rid of as I get, but like, it's annoying, and it's like, I feel like no one talks about this. OMG. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stress myself. I'm gonna stress myself out of that hello? I'm gonna stress myself out if I think about it too much. I'm like, I have so much less time to do the shit I love, but there's so much shit I want to do that I love, like writing and reading, but piano's taken over. I'm anxious about college. My sleep schedule's fucked, dude. I'm like in a weird spot. It's weird. It's so weird, and I feel disgusting. I need a job. Oh my god, wait. I'm literally freaking out. Don't ever let me air out my grievances to a camera again, because now I'm stressing the fuck out. Let's just get ready for the day and do some stuff. I might get an energy drink so I can perhaps fix my sleep schedule. I don't know. Stop! Did I say excuse the fit? I did. Okay, yes. Excuse the fit, please. Let's just go and get my fucking glue sticks. And also go to the thrift store. I've decided I'm going to. I just checked out Animal Farm, the audiobook, and I'm gonna listen to it while I do all my shit today. It's a 2-hour audiobook, so I should be able to finish it today. Yes. Yes. Excuse my hair, it's been sitting in my hood. I've returned from my journey, and I bought the jumbo glue sticks. They're so huge. Let's open them. It's like opening a package. You know, I know I'm not gonna use these until I come up with another spread idea for my scrapbook. I feel like I used to be so much better at scrapbooking, and then I kind of regressed. Bitch, can you open? I don't know why I'm so excited about glue sticks. So glue stick big. Yes! Okay, these are probably gonna last me longer than my other ones. I also bought myself a Monster, which I already drank. Gummy bears, gluten-free, fat-free, and low sodium. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stay awake for, but I'm gonna spend it writing. I was thinking a lot about Belligerent while I was out. And if I'm still awake, my sleep schedule is so messed up that I don't even know how to fix it. Fuck, I need to practice. God damn it. So I'll just practice piano now. Everyone say yay. Okay. Just realized that I got so distracted talking about glue sticks that I forgot to tell you I finished Animal Farm when I got home just now. It was really good. It's exactly what I expected it to be because, of course, I've heard a lot about it, and I pretty much had everything, I guess you could say, spoiled. Like, I just knew a lot about this book already. It was exactly what I expected. I gave it 3.5 stars. Highly recommend. And even if you don't think you'd like it, just read it because it's really short. It offers a little full circle insight, okay? It's pretty awesome, actually. So I finished that book, and it was so good. I know that's not a book in a series, but I did finish a book just now. Small updates, nothing huge. I am not done with Us Before Them yet, and I started recording this video a week ago, but I started reading this book before I started recording this video, so I've been reading this book for a while. I'm planning on finishing it tonight or tomorrow, though. That being said, I think this video is gonna take longer than I thought, which I guess doesn't matter to y'all, but it kind of matters to me because my workload, I guess you could say, has kind of like doubled or tripled even. I'm still unemployed, so it's not that type of work, but my piano has absolutely, like, I'm stressing so bad about my piano because of how much I need to do. It like actually brings me such like this horrible sense of dread. And I took up a beta project just because like I thought, why not? Like, might as well. Like, I think that was kind of stupid, but for me, beta reading is kind of just like reading a book, but a tad bit extra work because I just have to tell the author what I thought about it, any feedback. So it's beta reading for me is pretty easy, unless of course I don't like the book, but I like this book so far, so I'm not dreading this beta read, but that's gonna be a priority, especially since the author wants it done, like wants me to be done with it in a month. So that shouldn't be hard at all, actually, but I just want to get it out of the way, get it done as fast as possible. I do really like it though. It's going great so far. I wanted to give that update because that adds another book that I'm gonna be reading, and I probably won't read these as fast as I thought I was going to because I'll have just the short book thrown in there. So this video might take like a week longer than I expected, but that's fine. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter to y'all, but I just feel the need to say this. Like I said, I'm gonna try to finish this tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow because I have 200 pages left. That's all I have to say. Okay, excuse my appearance. I feel like I have to say that every time. I'm not gonna make myself look good just so I can talk to my phone about books. I finished this like a few hours ago, or like a little bit less than a few hours ago, like more than an hour ago, but less than like a few hours ago. First of all, just right off the bat, it's 4.5 stars. I really fucking loved this book. This book was so well thought out, so well plotted. I read the first book so long ago, but I just know that this one was like such a step up. It's like actually kind of insane. I think I gave the first book 4 stars. I gave this one 4.5. This new planet that they're on feels like you grasp the size, you grasp the culture, the history. This planet might as well be a character. It's very, 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 very nicely written. I'm like so in love with like how meticulously and how intentional everything is in this book. There was this scene like halfway through. I cannot believe that scene. It was so amazing. I think it might be like one of my favorite scenes ever that I've ever read in a book, and that's saying a lot. Like, it was so good and the tension was high and it was just like, oh fuck, like that was a good scene. Sharing what it was would venture into spoiler territory, so I'm not going to, but like there is a scene in this book that genuinely blew me away and I was like, holy shit. I cannot wait for the 3rd book, especially with the cliffhanger this one ended with. I can't wait. Great way to start this video. I'm gonna start What Stalks the Deep probably today. I don't know. I'm also gonna dye my hair. Maybe while my hair dye's developing, I'll read a little bit of What Stalks the Deep, but I'm either gonna start that one tonight or tomorrow, so yay, this is so good. Yes. As always, please excuse my appearance. I've literally done nothing today. What Stalks the Deep? OMG! I love this book. 12 chapters in, which is 69%. No, I love this book. This book is so good so far. I don't know if it's my favorite out of the 3. It might be, though. It might be. I'll have to see what the rest of the book brings, but I just love my life, and I'm gonna order all 3 books. Stop. I'm stressing out because I look so bad. And I'm insecure, and I hate looking at myself when I look bad. I'm gonna finish this book now. You freaking guys. Ah! Oh my god, I'm gonna rip it. Ah! So I finished What Stalks the Deep, and it was so fucking good! I gave it 4.5 stars because I gave the second one 4 stars. And this one wasn't a 5-star just because, like, it's really hard for a short book to be 5 stars because the thing with short books is that you can always add more, and when you really like a short book, you're always left wanting more. The only short book I've ever given 5 stars is The Crane Husband, and I doubt that it'll ever happen again. I feel like if it weren't a novella and it was a full-length novel, I would have given this 5 stars in a second. Like, oh my god. I love this little series of novellas. I love them so much. Oh my god. Guys, I fucking love Alex. Oh my god. So I really liked how this one lent more mystery than it did horror. I loved Fragment. Oh, I loved Fragment. I loved Fragment so much. I like America as the setting because of the mine and like just like the idea of it. I just love it. We got a more humorous side of Alex in this book, which I really appreciated. Any shape and form, I love humor, and we got a very humorous style with this book. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I love when I read a book that I really liked. But also my hair's pissing me off, so I'm gonna turn off this camera before I fucking scream. Last night I started The Black Witch. It's okay so far. It's very like fantasy YA, which I can get behind fantasy YA as long as it doesn't fall into a select few tropes, and I trust my friend. She doesn't like that shit as much as I don't like that shit, okay? One of these things that I always run into with YA fantasy, especially with a female main character, I find myself getting so angry for her because she's not getting treated correctly, and she's not angry at all. And in this book, I had to look up spoilers because it felt like it was going down that route. Apparently not. It does not go down that route, okay? which is great to hear, and I hear that it keeps getting better. I was really nervous about some tropes that I was scared this was gonna fall into, but I can always trust my friends. This book, thank God, is not gonna go down the route of the female main character not respecting herself, not standing her ground. Okay, I was really nervous about that. This is the first time I've ever had to look up spoilers because I was nervous about a book. I like the idea, I like what's being introduced with the magic system and the politics of this world. I really do like the idea of it, but there was just this one scene that I was like, oh, I don't like that. I'm probably gonna do some writing tonight, so I don't know how much of this I'm gonna get done, but I do want to read a little bit tonight. So sorry for being backlit, friends. You're just gonna have to deal with that. I just want to talk about what I've been reading, all the shit I've been doing. I have read 2 short books in addition to The Black Witch, which I'm almost halfway through at this point. I'm having a lot of fun with this book. It's actually a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Every time I sit down to read it, I just get lost in this book. Even books I really like, I don't get lost in them. Like, I don't lose track of time. But with this one, I am losing track of time quite a bit just because there's so many moving parts, so many things to pay attention to, and I've had so much fun reading this book. Like I said, I looked up spoilers, so I can't wait to get to all the fun stuff, and it's going great. But for me, fantasy does require me to like kind of refresh my brain with other short books. So I did read The Salt Grows Heavy, I think is what it's called. I read that on my Kindle. It was pretty good. Like, I just like little short horror stories, so this one was pretty awesome. I have not much else to say about that other than the writing was really cool. And then I also read a poetry collection called A Thousand Mornings. It's a beautiful poetry collection. I like because this one I also read on my Kindle. I marked my favorite poems that I can revisit. I low-key hate poetry because, like, for me, I don't really read poetry. I think it's like, it's hard to do well, but this one, it's just like, it was easy. I understood what I was reading. That's the thing about poetry for me, is that I struggle to understand what I'm reading, and in my head, I read it very, like, rhythmically and stupidly, that it's not flowing the way it's supposed to. But with this one, while I was reading it in my head, I found that it was flowing the way I wanted it to, so good poetry collection. And last thing, I want to show y'all what came in the mail today. Ah! Yes! I'm so happy. I think that if more books come out with Alex Easton, then I'm just gonna buy them because I liked all 3 of these 2 especially, but I think that the illustrations on the inside of each of these is really cool, and also they have like cool foiling under the dust jackets, which I also think is pretty awesome. I'm just so happy to own these. I've been thinking a lot about what books I'm gonna bring to college, and these 3 are definitely part of that bunch because they're short. Like, so even if I'm drowning in schoolwork, I can read them when I want to, and it's just like, this has become one of my favorite series of all time. Like, I love these books so much, and they mean so much to me, and like, I just love the characters. Oh my god, I love the writing, I love the humor. Just like, these books mean so much to me, and I'm just so happy to finally own them. But yeah, that's all the updates. I'm probably gonna do a lot of reading today because I have nothing to do today, except for, and this is a writing update, I'm going to write 1K words a day until I finish my draft of Belligerent. I just want to have the book written before I go to college because I just don't think I'll want to write a lot when I'm in college, which is kind of hard to admit. But once I write my 1K words for today, I'm going to read until part 3 in The Black Witch, which will put me 100 pages ahead of where I'm at, which will make it over halfway for me. That's all the updates I have for right now. So excited. I'm just so happy. And you should be happy for me too, because I love these books. So I finished The Black Witch. This book really surprised me. Like, I'm shocked how good this was. And that's not to say that I have some sort of aversion towards YA fantasy, specifically romantasy. I wouldn't say this is full-on romantasy. There is a lot of romance happening. I'll get into it. Hold on, let me just explain this, okay? Honestly, this has a lot of dystopian elements as well, because you have this really frustrating, extremely ignorant, frustrating main character who lives in a highly prejudiced world with a lot of different wrong stuff going on. And I will note that I really did like the political climate of this book. I was extremely intrigued, and it was so realistic to like the real world, but it was done in such a way that it didn't feel like it was just straight up copying the problems we have in the real world. It actually took its fantasy elements and it created something new, but something that you could still relate to the problems that we have in the real world. Back to the romance, this book starts off typical YA fantasy. She is torn from her farmland life to go live at a university and be rich with her aunt who's like, I'll take you in. Insta love with the hottest guy on campus who everyone loves, and he's powerful, and she gets a pretty dress and like all that. As you keep reading, you realize that all that beginning stuff that just felt like typical YA romantasy was almost satire. And then you get halfway through the book, you dive deep into the history of the world, deep into the politics, deep into these standards and race dynamics, and you learn something at every turn. And then you look back on the beginning of the book and you're like, the author was fucking with me. The author was straight up mocking the romantasy genre and decided to take the route of diving into the problems with these fantasy worlds that you're put into. This book has extremely lovable character. Like I said, the main character is very frustrating because she's so ignorant. The people around her who are actively being discriminated against have no patience with her. And someone who becomes a love interest, especially, is someone who is not patient with her at first because she doesn't deserve that patience until she puts in the work to educate herself, and that's when the book really gets good. Her entire world and everything she thought falls apart around her, and she has to come to terms with the fact that, yeah, she's been a piece of shit. I like that we got scenes of her apologizing and acknowledging that she was wrong and trying to do the right thing. But like I said, the political climate of this book is very tense, and that was like so, like it was almost so complicated that I hesitate to call it YA, but it is YA for sure. Six of Crows I love so much because the characters and the story is so strong. I'm not a huge fan of the prose in Six of Crows, but the characters and the story is just so strong that you forget you're reading. That's the vibe I got with this book. Like the writing is it has its moments, but like I didn't ever come across a line that I was like, whoa, that was really good writing. Like I was just sitting here enjoying the story, seeing it in my head, loving these characters. These characters are so beautifully developed and explored. Everything that the author could explore was explored. You explored the fantasy world, you explored the politics, you explored the academia, you explored cultures and religions and characters and romance and dynamics, family, sibling bonds. It was insanely good. It's just the writing at times fell short for me because it wasn't anything special, but the story is really strong, so it almost makes up for the lack of quotable writing. I ended up giving this book 4.75 stars. For me, I only give a book 5 stars if I got a 5-star feeling. I'm happy with a 4.75 rating. I'm just so blown away by the fantasy world. Like, it's one of my favorites, I think. And not because it's a good world, but because the author really leans into, this is like a dystopia almost. Elves and dragons, tunics, but it's dystopian. It's really cool. Well, this is everything I read in this video. I rated all these really high. I think all of these were above 4 stars, right? I loved all 3 of these books. I don't even know what to say. This was such a good video. I have no complaints. I enjoyed all these books. I had so much fun with them. Yay! I'll definitely do one of these again because I'm just reading so many series. I love all these books and I recommend all of them. Thanks y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.